Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 56. Hey,
they'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? Motion. Reset. Mike 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They run with Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Mark 55. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 5-9.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Heck of a start to his. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
31's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gordon. And he he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Switch! Hey, tighten down. There you go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 22, Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Taylor. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Let's go. 56 is the mic.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Pollard, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the I. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
50 seconds.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. The weight up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. To try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Chargers 27, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And the drive starts with a completion left side.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. Quick the edge. Come.
Now Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
82, 40. Check right. Watching the guard. Bend it.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, echo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Right there in the middle. 55. Bring it.
Hey, rip 5-2, out here.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
Hey, exit.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
Mike 55! Mike 55! I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Wentz now on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We're pretty quiet.
Now Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Great 57.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Cuts it out to the sideline. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Watch 23, watch 23.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Sunday.
Wentz to throw again. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Heavy on the edges.
Wentz going to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Watch a slack, watch a slack, watch a slack.
Check 13.
Great 15, great 15.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Gordon. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
31's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch. 31's the mic. Take off.
Throwing on third and long. Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch twist.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Big stop. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw again. Fields. Ball's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Check back.
56. Mike. 56. Right there. 56.
Watch the pass.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 56. Pull it. Ha. All you get is a headache. Let it go.
On 3rd down, Fields. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
We got 4.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is caught, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. To throw is Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
49's the mic. Watch for
Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down again. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. 4 down.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get team on it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.